Morning, good afternoon, whenever you are listening to this podcast. But we are back. I'll say mid-October. Not sure when we're really going to quite release this. But Gary, how are you doing across the pond here for another episode of a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast?
I'm doing good. A bit sore from my rugby exploits. Now we're in the winter, changing sports, but yeah, not too happy with the recent results, as I think we'll delve into.
Yeah, it was quite a game that I watched last night, and I was proud of myself. I got up for a card show convention, which went well, and then stopped off at a local card shop in the city while I was over there. And then it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, I'm ready for bed. And I was like, no, it's playoff baseball. You need to watch this. It's not at 3 a.m. like Gary. I don't have a good excuse, and I'm glad I stayed up. It was quite a game.
Yeah, I caught it. I caught it the day after, so I caught it Sunday morning.
So it's fresh in the brain, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but we're about 4 hours removed from it.
You look a bit shell-shocked, I will say.
I wouldn't say I'm shell-shocked. I think I'm very tired. I just woke up from a nap. But I don't know. It's kind of like not a hollow feeling. It's just like the Cubs aren't in the postseason anymore. So I've not had this feeling before. I normally don't care at this point to an extent, but I did care, and I let myself get my hopes up, and the Brewers killed any love I have for baseball for at least 24 hours. So
welcome to the team. I guess that's all I could.
Yeah, I was
it's been a slow burn for me, so maybe a little bit easier. But I can't blame you for getting your hopes up. This Cubs was a fun team. Keyword, I guess, was, because who knows what it's going to look like next year.
Yeah, we'll probably get into that in the off season. Well, welcome to a Brit Does Baseball Does podcast. Boo's just joined me. She didn't join me on last episode. She's up here executive producing, and by that I mean she's going to stretch for about 30 seconds, realize I'm busy, and then going to go lay on her bed. So, I guess me and Cal covered the Yankees losing, which was fun, and the Phillies losing, which was more that than the Dodgers winning, I think. So we're going to cover the other two series that hadn't finished by the time that me and Cal recorded, and then I think we're going to preview the championship series.
Sounds good.
Which I'm excited for. Well, I'm excited for one of them. The other one, I could not care less. Genuinely could not care less.
I gotta say, as having both of my dogs at this fight, like I was expecting like Mets and Orioles to both still be players at this point in time. So obviously I've had enough time far removed that I can just watch baseball and appreciate it. I don't know. I'm pretty fired up equally, or disappointed equally enough that I'm gonna watch, I think, almost every single game of both of these championship series.
I think what it's going to end up with is, like Cal mentioned, because of the timings and the Cubs aren't in it, I'm probably just going to watch the highlights, which MLB actually do have good highlights.
It's not bad.
It's like 20, 25 minutes. So it's like, okay,
and they don't exactly. They don't just show like the home runs. Like they actually show strikeouts and like nice defensive plays. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I could get behind this. Anyway, where should we start? Should we start with the Tigers-Mariners?
That's fine. I was going to start, I think, with the with your old the Cubbies and the infamous Brewers, but we can give you a little minute and do Mariners.
Yeah, give me like 5 minutes to distract myself before you tear into the Cubs.
That's fine.
So the Mariners and Tigers had a real back and forth series. Quite a fun one, culminating in a 15-inning game on Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on when you were watching it. And after both teams seemed to use all of their rotation, came to the bottom of the 15th. Tommy Cowney? I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Yankees legend. Tommy Canley. I don't even know how to say his
name. I think you're close.
Tommy K's.
Yeah, Tommy K's. Well, he didn't K anyone. He basically bases loaded, and Jorge Polanco, I believe it was, through the infield, scored the winning run. JP Crawford touched home base. Win 3-2 in a 15-inning game. First of all, what a game. Like, when's the last game that went beyond 11 innings, especially with the ghost runner rule? Like,
almost never. And then for it to happen, it's almost fitting it happens in the playoffs. Then in like a pivotal playoff game like that, and then with two random teams like that, because I was just like flipping through the channels. I'm like, oh, that game's still on. Oh, this game's still on. Oh, this game's still on. And it was eventually I just had to like leave it on after like the 11th or 12th. I honestly, in my memory, could not think of a game that has gone that deep. We've had a couple 11, 12 in inners, but yeah, 15.
Yeah. Well, I think people are going to. Yeah, I mean, we'll start from the beginning. Scooball looks dangerous.
Yeah.
Scooball was doing Scooball.
Do you think he stays in Detroit?
For next year or long term?
I'm both. I think they might be shopping him. I don't know, because they're not going to get him long term. He's going to be what, 380 million? What do you pay Scooball?
I'd argue more than you paid Garrett Cole, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be more than Cole, but I'm not sure what Cole got.
I'm just going to look up Garrett Scooball's contract whilst we discuss. But yeah, Scooball looked nasty. The Mariners had to beat him for like the 14th time, it seemed.
It's almost unfair because he pitched 2 games. Right? He pitched game 1 and game 3, correct?
I think so, yeah.
And then it's like, dude, that's not these. I get it. They don't need it. Honestly, I like the 3-game, 5-game, 7-game series. I don't like that baseball keeps changing it, and I can't keep up because it makes me feel like I'm not a fan. But I think I figured it out now. There's 3 wild card teams, and then there's a 3-game series, a 5-game series, and then for the championship series and the World Series, it's a 7-game series. I got that right here.
That is correct, and
okay,
it took me a while to get my head around as well. I know they keep changing the wild card, so I don't blame you for that. So Scooball reaches free agency after the 2026 season, so the Tigers will have him for next year. I think they got to.
I mean, if they just want to burn him and then lose him, but I feel like. So I think let's get back to review of the series. Tigers shouldn't have. I don't think I've gone that many games with the Mariners. Mariners get a little question marks on that offense. I need some of those guys to kind of pick it up a little bit. Maybe get Ben Williamson in the lineup. I don't know. No, realistically, if he gets 1 at bat, I'll be very happy. The Tigers are not a bad team. They have some playoff experience. Javi Baez kind of came back to life. That was cool to see. Yeah. But I think it was kind of obvious, it's funny that 15-inning game you talk about watching. I'm like, the Mariners are a better team statistically on paper, positionally, defensively, and I mean, pitching-wise, you could argue they definitely, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, they're checking literally every box. Why are they going 5 games with the Tigers? And I don't think they should have, and maybe it might actually harm them in this championship series. I don't think so. I'm going to be one of those guys. I predicted Blue Jays. Dalton Varsho will be Mr. October, but the Mariners got to make it to their first World Series. I want to see it. This is a team to do it. To be honest, this is their best shot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I guess the thing with the Tigers, just to finish up on that, is they're plucky, right? They played the Guardians in the wild card series, and that could have gone either way.
I still can't believe they won that, but hey, they did.
I had the Guardians winning it just because of the whole 15.5 game lead they let slip in the last 3 months of the season. But, they came through that, and the Mariners.
Yeah, they did. They won.
Yeah, the Mariners are the better team on paper, and I think the world has healed a little bit now that the Mariners and Blue Jays are facing each other in the ALCS. There are no Astros, there are no Yankees. Orioles would have, I guess, just to appease you a little bit. If the Orioles had made it, that's a heel in America. That's a heel in the world as well. That's in that rank of teams. No Red Sox, no Astros, no Yankees, no White Sox, no Twins. Great for baseball. No Athletics. Fuck the Athletics.
Yeah. Now. I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Sorry. In the last 5 years.
Sorry.
In the last 5 years, fuck the Athletics.
Yes,
prior to that.
But complete side tangent, we'll get back there. Have you seen the Sacramento Athletics jerseys they released?
I know they've released it with the Sacramento logo on it.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, this is wrong. You had to see that. You're like, this is so wrong. Anyway, back to Tigers-Mariners.
Mariners better team on paper. Well, they did win the series. I would have liked to see them win it 3-1. But sometimes it's those gritty teams that you just can't shake. It's like dog poo on your shoe that you just want to.
The gritty Tigs. Yeah.
They are known as the gritty Tigs. Yeah. It was a real back and forth series, as evidenced by the fact it ended in a 15-inning game. The Mariners reward, head into the Rogers Center to play the Blue Jays 2 days after said 15-inning game. We're filming this on the 12th of October. In this evening, the American League Championship Series begins. The Blue Jays have pretty much got a fully rested roster after beating the Yankees 3-1. The Mariners are going to be going into, it's a long flight over. Well, long for American standards. Seattle to Toronto, probably about 4 hours. I'm hoping Dan's looking that up, but we'll confirm that.
We're pulling it up. Yes. So game 1 is tonight, of course, 8:00 Eastern time, and then game 2 will be tomorrow at 5:00 Eastern time here in America. So you might want to catch up about 10:00 on Monday night.
Yeah, I'll probably be asleep, to be honest with you. had an hour nap at 1:30 this afternoon.
Are we getting old? Anyway, no.
Yeah. 100%. 100% again. Playing rugby, and I'm like, I went out for a meal yesterday. I was asleep at 10:30, and then woke up, saw the Cubs lose, and then just went straight to sleep again.
Yeah, you're like, this is right back to bed. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this series. On the Mariners side, they've got, I think Bryson Miller is going to be going for them in game 1, but he's going to be on short rest. For the Blue Jays, I think they've confirmed it's going to be Chris Bassett going in game 1.
Okay, and then I'm assuming game 2 is Eastern Carolina Pirates legend Trey Yesavage.
I think you're right. They've heavily hinted at it. I get the funny thing with the Blue Jays is they've basically gone with a 3-man rotation. They've gone with Chris Bassett as your 1, Trey Yesavage at 2, and Shane Bieber at 3. Do you think you'll see Kevin Gausman or Max Scherzer in this championship series roster?
I mean, if you're the Blue Jays, you hope not. I mean, right? You're like, that's so awesome to have just on the bench. Like, yeah, I mean, if we get to go, I mean, look at the. I mean, that game last night was awesome, just because, like, yeah, Miz is going to come in the second, and then after that, we have no idea. Like, they're pitching on fumes, right? To be pitching on fumes and have Scherzer and Kevin Gausman like available, that's scary. I mean, that's the problem with the Fs is they got to get the bats hot. So I remember my parents' house, my allergies. I love dogs, but I'm allergic to dogs. So it's one of those. It's a constant battle. I don't know. Trey Yesavage, those guys you just named. I mean, if Bassett, I don't know. Bassett locks in for the playoffs. He was great for the Mets the couple years I got to watch him there. Now, if his stuff isn't dropping, he is hittable. But like I said, the M's are gonna have to get the bats going because there's no easy game. I don't think in this series.
This is how tired I am. I'm so sorry. It's Kevin Gausman has been going for them. So it's going to be Gausman game 1.
Okay.
Yesavage game 2, Bieber game 3. Chris Bassett is on the Max Scherzer list of.
That's
wasn't
fine.
Wasn't on the 5.
I was like, damn, Bassett's been dealing.
No, Chris Bassett and Max Scherzer are like the next guys in. So they're
long relief, yeah.
Yeah, so they may not make the roster is the whole point. It's
oh shit, they might not even make the playoff roster?
No, so they weren't on the Divisional Series roster.
Are there some in the dugout while they're just hanging out?
Yeah, they're just chilling. They're like next.
I don't need to be on the roster to be in the dugout. I didn't know they let anybody in there.
Yeah, cool they do. I could sneak in if I wanted. They might notice though. What's that British guy doing here?
Put on the gotta have the uniform, gotta have the sweats.
He's Bat Boy or something.
Yeah. I'm a bullpen catcher.
Yeah. It was a. Apologies for that, Blue Jays fans. Hope no one's listening to this.
Hey, Blue Jays fans, they're probably so ecstatic right now they don't care. And like I said, I called in February that Dalton Varsho would be Mr. October. So you're welcome. I'm glad I could do my part in helping y'all beating the Yankees.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun series, whichever way it goes. I've predicted the Blue Jays. I think this side of the bracket wasn't too bad for me. No, it was terrible. I had the Red Sox beating the Yankees.
Yeah. I'm 3-4. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I might have been replying to some Instagram comments last night telling me how stupid I was on that bracket. And I was like, well, I'm 3-4 right now in the championship series. So,
yeah, I can't say I'm not. I think I got the American League side right. I didn't get the National League side right at all. But that's because I went Cubs all the way.
Who thought the Dodgers would make it to the NLCS, right?
I know, silly fuckers. We've spoken a bit about the pitching side. I think the Blue Jays have got the better depth. If they choose to go with Chris Bassett or Max Scherzer, probably comes at the expense of one of their bullpen arms. But their bullpen games have been really good for the Blue Jays. So I'll be interested to see which way they go. I personally would have one of Bassett or Scherzer there because I think in a 7-game series there'll be one game where you'll get blown up, and you just need someone.
Both.
You just need. I wouldn't have both. I'd have one.
Who'd you pick if you could take
Chris
one?
Bassett. I'd go Chris Bassett. I think Max Scherzer struggled. Well, that's the thing. He struggled recently, but you look back in his career, and Mad Max has done it all.
I would release Max Scherzer, then sign him back as a position player, and then just use him as a position player pitching, and just have him as listed as an outfielder, and then you still get to keep all your pitcher arms. He's not a pitcher; he's a position player. We're going to happen to be putting him into pitch.
Yeah, we swear he plays left field.
Yeah, he's been working on it all year.
Is that Max Scherzer? No, that's his twin.
You just get him another color eye contact. So we just change up those eye colors one more time. No one will know.
Yeah, sorry, position player who's been part of the team the whole year. You're off the roster.
They got enough. Who's that guy? Will Wagner.
Yeah, me. I don't know if he's on the roster.
Okay.
I need to have. I haven't looked at the Blue Jays roster. I know Miles Straw exists.
Yeah, it's funny. He came on. My dad and I were watching, and he was like, "Who's this?" I was like, "He was on the Guardian system for a while. He's always supposed to be good. He's fast. Every time I've watched him, he's gotten out." But
Dalton. I think their outfield is Dalton Varsho's at center. Right field is. I think they've got Santander out there now.
Yeah, and he's actually getting hits, which is awesome to see.
Yeah.
That contract's coming through.
Yeah, I only took them best part of the year. Let us know who you're predicting, Blue Jays or Mariners. I think we're all agreed it's going to be Blue Jays. I've got Blue Jays in 4. In 4. No, sorry, I've got Blue Jays in 5. It's a 7-game series.
Yeah.
I think the Blue Jays need to win the first 2. There's not really an excuse to not, especially game 1 after the Mariners are coming off that 15-inning game. They'll probably have about two arms available, on normal rest. So
I'll say Blue Jays in 6, maybe 7. And if it goes 7, maybe the M's can do it. But yeah, it's going to be tough.
Depends how many times Trey Yesavage gets to pitch.
Dude, have you seen how much his Bowman Chrome first cards are going for?
No. I meant that.
It was $150. I got his Bowman Best Auto because, like I said, I saw him pitch in college against ODU. I was like, wow, this guy's really good. I should have bought more, but I got his auto for $9. And I was like, at the last card show, I had it listed for $50 and no one bought it. My buddy took me aside. He's like, these are going for $100. I was like, oh, someone could have got a steal. Sportsman Dan, come find me. Anyway.
It's a fickle profession.
No, I'm stashing it now, though. I'm a big Trey Yesavage fan.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little biased, but then also, this is, before we move on, this is the all names championship series, right? Trey Yesavage, sick. You got Emerson Hancock on the Mariners. I was looking at a couple others. Edward Bizardo. Harry Ford, that kind of speaks for itself. I don't know. Eugenio Suarez. Randy Arozarena, Dominic Canzone. I don't know. There's some cool names here. There's something there, is all I'm saying.
I think if we did it on names, I think the Mariners might have the edge. On the Mariners side, you're going to have Cal Raleigh, you're going to have Julio Rodriguez, you're going to have Randy Arozarena. Jorge Polanco's been quite good in the playoffs for them. He got 2 home runs in that game against the Yankees.
JP Crawford not that either. Solid role players.
They've both just got good teams. I think it's going to come down to. I think the catchers should just have a home run derby off Alejandro Kirk versus Cal Raleigh.
Oh, dude, I keep forgetting Kirk's our starting catcher. Gosh, he's been playing well though. But man, what a beefy boy, dude.
We said he was like Danny Burgers, just with talent. Alejandro Kirk.
Hey, Danny Burgers had a lot of talent. It just vanished. Moving on swiftly, we have. I want to tee it up now. I guess we talked about the Blue Jays and Yankees enough. Phillies and Dodgers have been covered.
Yeah, go for it.
Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee wins 3-2. Sorry, they win 3-1 in the 5th game to make the total series 3-2. I did not expect the Cubs to go 5 games, Gary. I'll be honest with you.
Not after the first 2 games. No, I thought we'd get swept. Got smashed in the first 2 games. No excuse. Matthew Boyd and Imanaga just didn't have it.
Imanaga's becoming a beefy boy. Has he always been like that?
He's always a little bit of beef.
Okay.
I'd say he's on track. He might be enjoying those burgers he's found in America.
Yeah. I was like, who's this big South American pitcher? I was like, holy shit, that's Imanaga.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He's been eating well, that Chicago deep dish. I don't blame him.
He loves a home run. First 2 games, Brewers just annihilated us. Game 3, to be fair, I thought we would win 1 at Wrigley. I thought we would lose 3-1, especially after the first 2 games. Game 3, we just seem to love scoring in the first inning. And we get 4 runs in that game because Quinn Priester, who's been good the whole year, just decided to implode.
Who would have thought?
I thought we'd struggle against him, but no, we got to him. And then there's a Quinn Priester card.
Yeah.
The Pirates.
Rookie card. I'm not a total idiot. I got the rookie.
He could be worth something.
I actually like him, but dude, it's funny. It was almost that time about Quinn Priester. When I was watching the game, I was like, I think he owes the mob money because it was almost like he would do just enough to make it look like he was trying, and then just like home run, walk 2 batters, and he's like, all right, I got a strikeout, like I'm trying, and then like I don't know, it was a little manual Class A. Yeah. Who knows?
Well, I don't know if Class A was maybe betting on him. Luis Ortiz, maybe it was maybe they were in the postseason after all. Game 3, we went 4-0 up, and then they just kind of got back at us a little bit here, a little bit there, but we just did enough to get over the line. Game 4, we battered them 6-0. Like, Matthew Boyd came on the mound and was like, no, this is the pitcher I can be. We got to Freddie Peralta really well. We got 3 runs off him, which I didn't think was going to happen. Bushed into homer in like every game bar the last one.
Michael Boyd, every time I watch this guy, he had a heck of a postseason from what I saw. I mean, like I said, those games here and there, but dude, what a player.
Yeah, him and Seiya Suzuki carried our offense. Oh, sorry, them 2 and Nico Horner. And Nico Horner was just getting on base.
PCA, I won't serious thunder, but PCA in the outfield last night. That guy can make some plays, huh?
He can, yeah. My favorite part was when he was jumping up for the home runs, trying to catch him even though they were like 60 feet above him. I'm like, well, you tried.
It's like MLB The Show, right? He's like, hold on, maybe I can get to it.
I can do this. Oh no, it's way above my head. Who'd have thought? So we forced a game 5, and honestly, I thought we were going to beat them in game 5.
Wow. Even with the pitching, I mean, with the lack thereof.
Yeah, I thought we'd have just enough because I thought we were going to go bullpen game as long as Imanaga or Ben Brown did not take that mound. Imanaga I'm normally okay with, but we should have saved him for a rig. I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant on this because you and Cal both had opportunities to. We paid Craig Counsell $8 million a year, right? Was at the time the highest paid manager before I think Dave Roberts overtook him or something like that. We've just finished a game against the Padres. Jameson Tyone threw a gem, and we're going into game 1. And it's, do you know what? You've got Matthew Boyd on short rest, or you've got Colin Ray or Javier Assad, the arse man, who you could just get them to start game 1. Pushes Matthew Boyd back to game 2 on normal rest. It pushes Shota Imanaga to game 3 at Wrigley Field with the wind blowing in. Jameson Tyone game 4, and then you can go back to Matthew Boyd game 5. Instead, what he does, he goes, I know, Ray, you've pitched really well in the offseason for us. You've been a really good back-end starter. Javier Assad, okay, let's say Colin Ray. I would love the arse man to have pitched, but he didn't. So he should have gone Colin Ray game 1, Matthew Boyd game 2. You go back to Wrigley. You have Shota Imanaga, the wind blowing in. You have Jameson Tyone, who's been pitching well, going games 3 and game 4. Game 5, you go back to Matthew Boyd. If you do it in that order, I think we nick a game in the first 2.
I think they're worried about possibly going down like a couple games early. So it's like, get your best guys out there. And it's like, just get the ball in Shoto's hand, right? I kind of understand the sentiment, but I mean, I know hindsight's 20/20, but Gary, you're kind of 100% right. Let's just look at the pitch. I know it's not all about pitching, but it's postseason baseball. It kind of is. You got McGill from the Brewers, just gives 1 inning of like masterclass, right? 1 strikeout in 11 pitches, 8 strikes, like that's. And then on the other side, I know he's apparently been good, but Drew Pomeranz, I mean, he's kind of that inconsistent lefty, right? I mean,
he's been more consistent than inconsistent, but yeah, it was. I didn't have an issue with Pomeranz going 1 inning.
And Ray, I don't know, against Miz though, like Pomeranz and Ray against McGill and Mizorowski, that's advantage Brewers all day.
Oh yeah, 100%. Mizorowski's a better pitcher than Colin Ray, but Colin Ray shouldn't have been in that situation. You've got to go all the way back to. Before game one, I listened to Locked On Cubs, who have become one of my favorite podcasters, Sam Alber and Matt Cozy on YouTube every morning.
I like Locked On. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. The whole Locked On gang. Love him.
Yeah, I said Locked On Orioles. I want to get that guy on, and I forgot his name now because I had to stop watching it because even he was like, I got to make an episode every day, even if it's bad, guys. Yeah. But early in the season, it was great. And in the off season, it's the best, right? You get a little nugget of news. So shout out Locked On.
Yeah, Locked On are incredible. I think they're better than Talking Baseball, personally. But yeah, the Locked On Cubs guys were just saying Colin Ray should pitch game one. Absolutely. And then I thought about it and I was like, you don't, because it's not only Matthew Boyd on short rest, it's Shota Imanaga on short rest.
Yeah.
For game one and game two. Instead, Council went, no, there are best two starters available. Arguably, Tyone was better than both of them in the postseason, but on paper, fine, get it. And then Matthew Boyd gets blown up game one. Imanaga gets blown up multiple times in game two. That's the thing. As soon as the Boyd thing happened, and I don't think Colin Ray pitched in game one, shift Imanaga back to Wrigley. Imanaga with the wind blowing in will give you 6 innings. Imanaga in American Family Field will give them 6 home runs.
Yeah.
And it's just like in game, I think Council's a very good manager. He presses all the right buttons. That's the same with the bullpen. He plays the matchups really well. I think he shit the bed with the rotation choices. And that's me being brutally honest. Should
he be fired?
No. I think last year was kind of him finding his feet. This year, he has quite a big say in the players, we go out and trade for. I think Kyle Tucker on paper was a good trade. I think, we'll get into the off season as to why Kyle Tucker has probably cost himself $150 million this year. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I don't know how fickle people are. I think the signing of Justin Turner has been really good for the likes of PCA. I think he's kind of been like a mentor to him. The trade deadline, I think Kittredge was really good up until the last playoff series. I thought Mike Soroka was a trash deal because he pitched like 4 innings for us. I think he pitched 2 before he got injured. Then he got blown up by the Brewers again in the postseason. Willie Castro was kind of just like nothing.
Yeah, big nothing burger there, huh?
Yeah, just a bit. He appeared in third base. I was like, oh, I forgot you were with us. Thought you were still with us. Anyway, I appreciate.
What about the legend Moises Ballesteros?
I like Moises. I think that was a good September call up. I wish he got more at bats. If Tucker wasn't injured, I think he would have. But you then had to go. Seiya Suzuki has to go play right field.
Just let him hit, dude. That guy's a beast.
And it's like you need Kyle Tucker in the team, unfortunately. But it's like you could have then used Seiya and Ballesteros. You could have matched them up a little bit more. But the way Suzuki was hitting, he was probably our second or third best hitter on the team, depending on what you value. Nico Horner was fantastic. He had like a 400 batting average. Michael Bush, fuck me, homer in every game. I think I would have loved to get a bit more out of Matt Shaw, a bit more out of PCA. Ian Happ, I don't know. Everyone loves Happ. I've not been.
I think he's our best player.
What, Ian Happ? Really?
Him and Pete Crow. No. PCA is your best, and then Happ's your second best, in my opinion. Ian make hits, dude. Every game I watch, that guy's smacking a hit.
Well, he didn't. He got the 3-run home run in the game 4. He got a home run in game 1, but he just when you don't want him to swing, just take a walk. 100 like 2 foot outside the zone from Mizorowski. I'm going to swing at that.
Hey, do you want a home run hitter, okay, or do you want a guy who's going to take pitches?
I think we've got enough home run hitters. I need people to work the count. If we'd have worked more full counts against Mizorowski, he doesn't stay in the game as long.
Hey, why don't you get on PCA for this? I've never seen that guy draw a walk.
No, but he's centre field, and he plays well. No, well, he'd swing at anything. Anyway, that's my rant over.
I'm poking Gary now on the ribs. I'm going to stop doing this.
We'll go more into that in the off season when we do our review series. Look, the Brewers were the better team. The Brewers have been the best team in baseball the whole year. They have the best record.
Yeah.
Yes, they did deserve to beat the Cubs. I'm just saying it from a Cubs fan. It's really fucking annoying. From a baseball holistic point of view, Yeah, it's good for the sport. Brewers get.
Who would have thought Brewers would be the 1 seed and the Dodgers would be the 3 seed?
No, and
how do you think they match up against the Dodgers?
I'm worried for the Brewers. I think the Cubs matched up against the Dodgers a bit better than the Brewers do, but the Brewers dominated them in the regular season.
Yeah,
they only lost once. I said it on the podcast last time and before. The Dodgers have got, there's 3 elements in a baseball game, right? Realistically, if you take the manager out of it, you've got the starting rotation, you've got the bullpen, and you've got the position players that can hit. Dodgers have probably got the best starting rotation in all of baseball. If you just take Blake Snell, Glasnow, Yamamoto, and Shohei.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, just pretty good. It's better than the Brewers. Positional player wise, I think it's mixed. I give the advantage to the Brewers. I give the advantage to the Dodgers in the starting rotation. On the positional side, it's probably advantage Dodgers as well because you got Freeman, Betts, Atani. I think they're a bit more suspect defensively than the Brewers, but the Brewers just don't have, a Kyle Tucker-esque someone who can go and mash 30 home runs. They did have that with Willie Adames, but he's not there anymore. Contreras will do a job for them at catcher, but the Dodgers have Mookie Betts. They have Freddie Freeman playing the field. They're a bit more suspect.
Yelich, though, they can match. Yelich is probably the best hitter out of both those teams.
What, than Shohei Ohtani?
Yes. I'm talking hits, not home runs.
Oh. Well, Ohtani only got 1 hit in the Divisional Series.
That's what I'm saying. Yelich is, dude, and they're just DHing him now, too. They're smart. They're like, dude, forget left field. Like, just go out there and hit the baseball.
Yeah, so I'm going to give advantage to Dodgers on the positional side just for the names. But I think the Brewers are a better defensive team. I mean, Sal Frelick can right field. Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then Tommy Edman, and then Andy Pages, remember how good that guy was? He's batting 0.43 in the playoffs. It's like, he just can't hit anything. And he's not that good defensively. And then Tommy Edman is suspect, dude. I've always been like, I don't know if you're good at baseball. I can't tell. He's fast. I don't know. I've been, like I said, every time I watch him, I squint like that. I'm like, I don't know. So he's made a couple plays where I'm like, I think Ramon Arias is making that play, Tommy Edman. So yeah, defensively, I agree with you there. Brewers have the advantage, and pitching wise, they could if Miz is on a heater.
Well, this is where it goes to the Brewers. The Brewers have got the better bullpen because you've got Mizorowski and Chet Patrick, who are both starters. Both came out of the bullpen. They look nasty.
Yeah.
The Dodgers bullpen, I'm going to give you 2 names. One of them is Roki Sasaki, who has been really good in the postseason, who is now their de facto closer because Tanner Scott shit the bed. And the other name I'll give you is Blake Trinan, who's like 45. Other than that, they've got names like Justin Robleski and Emmett Sheehan in the bullpen.
Who are both better than Blake Trinan right now. Blake Trinan is so bad.
Yeah, but Blake Trinan was good for them down the stretch. But what I'm saying is the Dodgers don't have a bullpen.
No.
They went out and signed Kirby Yates, Tanner Scott. Terrible. And the fact is you're using a starter as your closer.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you can knock one of Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, and Atani out the game by the 4th inning, you're probably going to win that game.
Yeah, you got a good shot.
And that's where the Dodgers are at.
Yeah.
The issue is their starters can go 7 innings and have been going 7 innings quite consistently. And they've had a little bit of extra rest. So I think game 1 of the National League Series is on Monday evening, I want to say. The Brewers will probably... I'm trying to think of how to start. Won't be Mizorowski. They'll probably have to start Quinn Priester game 1. Unless Freddie Peralta is available. But Freddie Peralta, for them, is their ace. You could probably look and, Mizorowski will probably get a start after his postseason appearances. But the Brewers really only have 2 starters that were properly stretched out. Yeah. Freddie Peralta, who can't go every game, and Quinn Priester, who got blown up in his 1 appearance. So they'll probably go game 1. He could be good against the Dodgers. It might just be a Cubs thing, but they'll probably go game 1, Quinn Priester. Game 2 will probably be Freddie Peralta.
No. I guess they have to.
They have to. Peralta went on, Saturday. He went on Thursday. So
just ice up that arm, Miz. He should be good to go. He only threw 60 pitches.
Who, Miz?
Yeah.
Miz won't go. Miz
I know. I'm
not going to try.
In 1953, maybe, but...
He'd have gone back-to-back 80-pitch days. Don't worry about it. I don't need an elbow. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
They'll go Quinn Priester. I don't know who the Dodgers will go. Probably Shohei, just for fun.
Excuse me. Sorry, I was going to say, I think, have they even thought about bringing Shohei in the bullpen?
No, because I think Tyler Glasnow has been in and out of the bullpen for him.
I don't know. I mean, I just think if you get 3 innings, if you can get like one of those instances where, okay, Yamamoto only goes 4, Glasnow only goes 4, and then you bring in, Ohtani for 3, you're winning that game, most likely. I don't know. If I'm Dave Roberts, I'm getting real creative with that bullpen. Real creative.
Yeah, it looks like Blake Snell's going to get game 1.
There you go. Okay.
The Brewers will either be Quinn Priester. They could go Jose Quintana.
Oh no.
That'll be he pitched well against the Cubs. But
okay. I watched him on the Mets. I was like, oh, he's not bad. I mean, you're going against Blake Snell though. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he is a long rotation guy. He is a
nice guy.
Breaking news, which is probably not going to be breaking by the time that this comes out. The Blue Jays, Chris Bassett and Max Scherzer have both made the roster.
I told you.
Series.
Dude, why would you not keep both? Like I said, put him at left field. Figure it out.
Bo Bichette, there was a chance he could be back fit for the ALCS. He hasn't made the roster.
Oh. So. Dude, that guy, nice guy he seems like, but he kind of, I know he's good, but like he was supposed to be a superstar. I mean, he was huge at one point. He's kind of fallen by the wayside a bit.
I think he can still do a job for them.
Well, who's starting in short then?
Pardon?
Oh, sorry. Who's been starting short for him?
I think Jimenez has been starting a short for them.
Oh.
And or it might be a second. I might be completely wrong. Hang on if I just...
fair enough.
Yeah.
We're not Blue Jays experts. Sorry, guys.
No. I'd love to be, though. I think that, they are the team I want to win it all at this point. Followed by the Mariners. Followed by, I couldn't care who comes out of the Dodgers. Brewers. Maybe the Brewers. I want I slightly want the Brewers to win at the moment. It's still very raw.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, what's your prediction for the NLCS? I've got the Dodgers in. I want to say I've got the Dodgers in 6, but I want the Brewers to win.
Brewers in 7.
Sweet. And then World Series preview, you'll have to wait and find out for that one because we'll do have another episode by then. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long to hear our beautiful voices. So we're coming to the end of this episode is called Cool. It's the Championship Series, which a little bit of alliteration, but it's more, that's how my feelings are. It's like, okay, fine. It exists. If I wasn't doing a baseball podcast, I wouldn't be talking about it. But we are, and we're here, and that's fine. Let's have fun. It's time for Start, Bench, Cut. We start, we bench, we cut. Would you like to do baseball or non-baseball, Dan?
I'll do non-baseball.
Damn it, I had a good non-baseball one. All right, I'll go baseball.
We do 2 non-baseball. It's fine. All right.
No. I've got this. I'll do baseball.
Okay.
I'll do baseball. We're gonna do starting rotations. So 3 of the 4 teams starting rotations, and you've got to start one, bench one, cut one. You've got the Dodgers, so Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani. We'll just say it's 4-man. You got the Blue Jays. You got Kevin Gausman, Trey Yesavage, Shane Bieber. I'll put Mad Max Scherzer in there. Why not? Chris Bassett. And I'll give you the Mariners. Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu should be back. So those are your 3 rotations. Who are you starting, who are you benching, who are you cutting?
It's funny. I'm probably going to do it in the order you gave it. But start Dodgers. It's kind of hard to argue with that one. As much as I want to do my bench Blue Jays as my starter, I'm going to have to keep Blue Jays on the bench there. Trey Yesavage has just been so electric, so much fun to watch. And yeah, maybe I'm a little biased. Then I'm actually going to cut the Mariners, even though I think arguably they could be started there as well. I think we talked about it early in the season, but Gilbert, Miller, Wu. I mean, they got a nice little young team on that pitching staff, but they're still young, and that's the key. So yeah, I'm taking the Dodgers all day, every day. Blake Snell that guy's Benjamin Button. Was he like 37?
Something like that, yeah.
Still dealing. It helps, I guess, when you're 6'7" and a lefty.
I think if I was to do it, I'd agree with you. I'm starting the Dodgers. I'm probably going to bench the Mariners just because I think 1 to 5 they're just averagely better than the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have Yesavage, but the argument is he's only done it for like 4 or 5 starts, whatever. Still a good player. I think Gaursman's a good player. I think Shane Bieber's a good player. We're talking about 3 of the best rotations in baseball, by the way. The reason I didn't put the Brewers in there is because you got Freddie Peralta, who'd probably walk onto any starting rotation in the world, and then Quinn Priester, who maybe is a
hot and cold.
Yeah, he's probably a 3 or 4 starter realistically. He had a really good year. And then Mizorowski, similar to Yesavage, first year showed it, didn't show it. But then after that, they haven't really got much. Brandon Woodruff injured, Jose Quintana placement. So that's my star bench cut.
All right, for my non-baseball, since it's the London games, NFL London games, I'm going to give you 3 quarterbacks to start bench cut. You get to pick. So I'm going to try to pick like sort of young and up and coming quarterbacks, but you get Bo Nix, Justin Fields, and Bryce Young. Bo Nix, of course, from the Broncos. Justin Fields now on the Jets, and Bryce Young on the Carolina Panthers.
I'm starting Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. I low-key like the Broncos. It's because I hate the Chiefs, so I like to support I like to keep an eye on a team that are in their division. And for me, the Broncos have got one there in Bo Nix. I'm going to bench Bryce Young because I think there's still potential there. And I think the Carolina Panthers are just not a very good football team at the moment.
No.
But he looks like he could be a guy to carry them out of it, or he could carry them to another first-round draft, another first overall pick, and then they'll go get someone like maybe Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. That's the extent of my college quarterback knowledge. So that's who I'm benching. I'm cutting Justin Fields. Justin Fields as a quarterback, terrible. Justin Fields as a running back, I reckon could be quite good. But he killed the Bears for years because he just can't pass.
And did the Bears kill him?
No, the combination of the two. Let's be honest. You can't put if Justin Fields was as good as he was meant to be, he would have succeeded a bit better in Chicago.
You want to? I mean, does anyone succeed in Chicago over the last 20 years?
Walter Payton, maybe. Don't know.
No, that was going back 40.
I've got his jersey.
He's a legend. Well, I will say, like, as I'm sitting here defending Justin Fields, he's 4 for 6 with 11 yards. My bet today was that Justin Fields and Bo Nix will both throw an interception. But Bo Nix, it's looking pretty good right now. Justin Fields, not so much.
Well, I've got we do last man standing over here, where it's like you pick a team, they have to win. If they win, you move on. It's the first year I'm doing it for the NFL, and we're on to our second. Basically, we all got eliminated by week 6. Special shout out, Cal was eliminated in week 1.
Who do you pick?
If you pick the Dolphins to beat whoever they played in week 1. There's like 13 of us in it. You just see the spreadsheet. Green, Cal, red.
That's hilarious.
And I've gone Broncos this week for the re-round just because I'm like, well, they're playing the Jets.
Dude, but the Jets are going to be hungry. You never know.
They're not going to be hungry. They want that first-round draft. They want the first overall pick.
They're over there in London, dude. They want those victory fish and chips.
Potentially. So yeah, that's Sorry, who would you start bench cut out of those 3? You just spent like half a minute defending Justin Fields.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna cut Justin Fields. I'm gonna cut Justin Fields. I'm gonna start Bo Nix. I'm gonna bench Bryce Young.
So you spent half a minute defending him, and it's like, well, who are you gonna cut? Well, the same person, but
he's a really good Madden player. Very mobile. Young, got a lot of superstar tendencies.
So am I when I play Madden. I'm a West Coast quarterback. 6'2", 280 pounds. You know how many rushing touchdowns I got on rookie? Loads.
6'2", 280. You're a hoss, dude.
I'm a beefy boy that plays football. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for our championship preview series. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Gary or Gaz or Gal. Dan's been Dan or Danny or Daniel. You've been fabulous or brilliant or phenomenal. You can take your pick. It's like a start bench cut. Start bench cut those words. We'll see you on the next recording. Thank you and goodbye.